Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel. I hope you're all doing well. I promised you a second video of the day, and here is the second video of the day. Unfortunately, I also promised you that I would bring you a special guest, Romeo Agresti, and Romeo is not there, so I couldn't keep that promise. You know it, he's a journalist, and there were some things that came in between that were really priority. I will not tell you what or how because I don't even know myself, but he had to work, so he's not there. That doesn't mean that we cancel the video forever. We'll try to record it on another day, postponing it, reschedule it, but I will be much smarter this time. I will not announce it, and when I have the video, I will put it online, and then you will be able to see it. So I really wanted to record also to say I'm extremely sorry that I told you something this morning that didn't happen. Now, I want to speak about Atalanta Frosinone, because there were our boys that we wanted to watch at Frosinone, what are the progression of our boys, but also I wanted to speak about some potential targets of Juventus, Ederson, especially Koopmeiners. And then I want to go to the press conference of Max Allegri because he said the important things today. So let's start with Atalanta Frosinone, but of course if you want to, and if you want to continue to support the channel, maximum of like, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And now we start. Atalanta 5, Frosinone 0. That's already the 9th goal that they are conceding in 2 games. 4-0 against Juve in Coppa Italia, 5-0 in Serie A against Atalanta, and now they are really in danger. Not that I was expecting, I don't know what, from Frosinone today, because away from home they are really in difficulty, Frosinone. They have really difficult. I think they never won away from home this season, which is really tough. Now, I was not expecting after 14 minutes to see already the score, 3-0, 3-0. With a stupid mistake from the defender of Frosinone after 8 minutes, causing a penalty. Koopmeiners is taking that penalty, boom, goal 1-0 after 8 minutes. By the way, we know it, Koopmeiners is a player that we are looking for, that we are targeting, that we would love to have in the summer. If you're looking also for someone that is taking the penalties, Koopmeiners is able to take them. No, it's not the first time I'm watching Koopmeiners, but I didn't know about the penalties because it's the first penalty that they are receiving this season at Atalanta. So I was really curious who would have taken that accountability. It's Teun Koopmeiners scoring the goal 1-0. Then Jan is scoring the second one. No, sorry, what am I saying? Ederson is scoring that second goal and the third one from Charles de Ketelaar, which made me really happy because 5 goals already, all competition, 4 assists, much better than last season, because I was really sad because I knew him from Belgium, from Bruges, where he did really well, and it was really a pity to see the disaster season that he was having with Milan. So much better for them, but 3-0 after 14 minutes. And if you are asking yourself, what did Frosinone do? Did they continue to play, trying to actually catch up, or did they actually went all in defense? Not conceding that 4, that 5th, that 6th, that 7th, you never know in football. Well, actually, they didn't do anything. They didn't attack, they didn't defend. It was just a passive game. After 14 minutes, the game was over. I think we saw for the very first time Frosinone trying something at the 30th minute. But if you're looking at the cards, 0 cards, for any team. No yellow there, no yellow there in the first 45 minutes. They were not really big contrasts. There were no duels. Even Barrenechea was really calm. We didn't see him a lot. Second half, Frosinone is changing with 3 subs immediately. And there you see that Frosinone is trying at least something. Not really putting them in danger, but they are trying. And at a certain moment, Atalanta, they are also changing their men. And their men, they wanted. If the others, the starters, they were resting a bit after 3-0 because the game was done, well, the subs, they really wanted to do something. And Zappacosta and then Pasalic that entered. Pasalic assists, Zappacosta goal, and then you have Emil Holm that is scoring that 5-0 at the 90th minute. 5-0, it's over with only 1 yellow card arriving at the 17th minute for Romagnoli. Then our kids, what about our kids? Our kids, Barrenechea didn't have a great game. Caio didn't play today. Soulé, some flashes here, some flashes there, but not really something spectacular. I have to admit that I also focused a lot on Koopmeiners. That is a target for Juve in the summer. And I understand physicality, understanding spaces where he has to run in, also spaces where he has to give that ball in with really beautiful penetration balls, through balls. I really liked his physicality on the field, the intelligence, the maturity, that leadership, asking for the ball, always being able to ask and to unmark himself, to be available for receiving the ball. Beautiful game. He really impressed me. And I understand that that's the midfielder that Juventus would love to have. Honestly, if he continue like he's doing now, forget about it. Because the value of 40-45 million euro that he's having now at the moment, will increase more and more until a moment where Juventus can't compete. They can't keep up with these prices because he's doing extremely well, and today was another evidence. Another player that we probably missed on is Emil Hulm, that today, wow, he played fantastically well. You remember, I wanted him for last summer. I understood we didn't play a four-man defense, so I said, why do we have to take him? But today he played really, really, really well. Beautiful, with his first goal with Atalanta as well. No, good for the kid because he's still young, on loan from Spezia, but they will sign him at the end of the season permanently. Then I have to admit that, and then we go to the press conference of Max, that when I'm watching Frosinone, especially the first half and then also the beginning of the second half, looks like they have zero energy anymore. It happens a lot with small teams that are putting so much intensity, so much effort, so much energy during the summer camp. And you remember the words of Barrenechea and Di Francesco, where he said, Di Francesco, Barrenechea, he came to me, he said, I can't keep up with the intensity of the training sessions. Well, they are doing it a lot to actually have a turbo start in the beginning of the season. Last season it was Udinese, for example, before collapsing totally. This season Frosinone surprising everyone with the way of playing, with all the energy they were putting because they were running for 95 minutes. Looks like the fuel is over. And they have to pay attention seriously because now at match day 20, they are only there at +2 over the relegation zone. They are 15th, but only +2. So they really have to pay attention because Di Francesco and boys, after the beautiful start, it would be a real pity for them to relegate. Now, we go towards the press conference of Max Allegri because he said a lot of things. Max Allegri, today he started telling us and sharing us good news. He told us that Rabiot and Chiesa will be called up for tomorrow, which is great. But he's not sure yet if Rabiot will start the game of tomorrow. Chiesa, neither. So Chiesa will be on the bench, entering probably in second half. We have to understand who will play together with Vlahovic. Will it be Milik or will it be Yildiz? But Chiesa is there, starting on the bench. For Rabiot, we are still doubting. And then there was that question of the journalist that they were asking, but who will play in the midfield? Because McKennie is not there. If Rabiot doesn't start, who will it be? Will it be Donjé? Will it be Nicolussi? Where Max Allegri said, wait, you forgot someone. What about Cambiaso as a mezzala? I'm not saying that tomorrow he will play there, but just the fact that Max is again mentioning Cambiaso there as a mezzala is showing that we have a real player that can play in every single position there. He can play at least 6 positions in our team. He can play as a left winger, as a right winger, mezzala on the left, mezzala on the right, but also if we have to play with 4 men in the back, he can play on the left as a right back or left back, he can play as a right back. So it's a player that really is growing, and super, super interesting to have a player like that can do all these ones. Of course, you have the problem that you never know what is his specialty, the best skill, the best position of Cambiaso, but until today, I have to admit that all the games that he played in whatever position, he's always giving super, super, super beautiful performances. He's delivering game after game after game, so I take it, especially if we have some injuries. He also spoke about the fact that he will not change formation tomorrow, because the question came again, what about Yildiz together with Chiesa and Vlahovic? He said, look, it can happen in some parts of the game, but we will not start with these players, not tomorrow, and at the moment not. Why? Because the team has found a balance, so we continue with that balance. We want to keep a balance in the team, and it will be totally strange and probably also not beneficial to start changing now. Also because the second round is always more difficult as the first one, so the subs are super important when they are entering to change the game. Yes, they can coexist, a Chiesa and a Yildiz, but at the moment we continue with the balance. And I have to admit, let's continue what we are doing. We are doing really well. Moiskin is not even there. Chiesa is not at 100%. Starting with these Fantacalcio idea, like today, the best going with formation at a 3-3-4, just to put names and to put even more strikers. It's crazy. Look, tomorrow we have a difficult game to play against Sassuolo, and we have to win against Sassuolo. So we have to continue with the balance that we have in our team. Now, a balance in our team is important. That doesn't mean that we don't have to attack. That doesn't mean that we all have to stay in the back. But at least having these changes coming from bench is important. Will it be Yildiz? Will it be Milik next to Vlahovic? At the moment, we don't know. Even if we keep that balance, probably Yildiz will start with Milik for Vlahovic, with Chiesa for Yildiz. That's something that we will see tomorrow. There is a doubt in the back about or Alexandro or Rugani, where he will take that one tomorrow. Then he also spoke about the fact, you remember that I keep remembering you and repeating you that Juventus, if we are doing our task, if we are doing well, we can go towards the game of Inter of the 4th of February, being virtually on top. A journalist asked the same question. Did you already speak about it? Did you already thought about it? And he said, yeah, we know. We already spoke about it in the locker rooms, but I told them, pay attention, step by step, game after game. Try to focus on what is now and don't go too far. Don't start to dream, because we all remember what happened against Sassuolo. Now we are playing again against Sassuolo, where too much fantasy, too much things, and then we lost that game. So let's not create disaster and focus game by game. Then he also spoke about Wea, that is growing and that he still have a lot of margins to grow. Still, it's a player that he believes in, but still know that he can give us much more. And on that one, I agree. Spoke about Inter, again, saying that they have a team that is built to win the Scudetto, while Juventus at the moment, they don't have the obsession to win it, the obligation to win it, but of course we have the obligation, because we are Juve, to try the max that we can every single game, to try to do the max that we have the possibilities for, starting already with tomorrow. But one thing is sure, Juventus worked really well. Now, for already the future, because the team that we have today, they have a fantastic, beautiful future ahead with certainly the 5 next years, which is really beautiful to understand that Juventus, not only they are working for today to try the max that we can, but also for the next years, that continuity. I don't like this kind of season where you go up and then you are not there, then you go up, you are not there, a bit a la Napoli, being here, then totally disappearing. These are the things that I don't like. I love continuity. Of course, when you are doing bad, I don't like the continuity. And then at a certain moment, it has to raise again, which we are doing now after, I believe, the last 2 years where we didn't win any trophy. So hopefully this year we can go back to win a trophy. At least one, hopefully 2. What else did he say yesterday? Not today. He spoke about something important that you will not be happy about. He spoke about the fact that he said our awareness is growing, because the journalist asked, where did you grow the most? He said, our awareness is growing, and that's a big one. But also individualities grew this season, which is great. But he said also, but more you go into the season, more it will be difficult, and more the risk of failing will be bigger. Then he said, pay attention, we can't have too much euphoria, feet on the ground. When I heard the word euphoria, I was pissed off, because the last time that he spoke about euphoria was before the Sassuolo game. And that's the only game we lost today, until today. He didn't say it in the same way, because before Sassuolo Juve, he went in front of the microphone, he was pissed off. We didn't know why, and then he said, I feel too much euphoria. I feel too much euphoria. We have to calm down. We have to go back with feet on the ground. After 3 games where we won 2 and we drew against Bologna, euphoria stop. Now this time he didn't say it like that. He said, we grow, we are aware of it, we have the awareness, it's better, but don't have too much euphoria. He didn't say that we have too much euphoria. That's a small detail of difference, so I'm a bit more confident for the game of tomorrow than I was when I heard the first time about too much euphoria. That's what he said, actually. And then he said also the last thing, 46 points that we had until today, especially in the first round, they are totally deserved. We deserve them, but we also did it thanks to a cohesive and beautiful team. That was really important to achieve them. And now we'll have to do also a second round that will be as good as the first one, even if we are aware that it will be more and more and more difficult. So that's what he said. Hopefully you are not too scared. Hopefully you will not have nightmares of that word, euphoria, that he said again for the second time. The first time he said it was Sassuolo and we lost 4-2. He said it again today in a different way, but it still said it. So hopefully he will not jinx it. Our beautiful streak of unbeaten since I don't know how many games. If you didn't yet, please put a maximum of like. I hope you enjoyed that I still recorded the video. Continue to subscribe to the channel. Grazie, forza. Juve. Ciao.